Hey guys, Mars back at it once again. After 3 years, we have a hot off the truck review of the SH Figuarts Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. Right now it's just an empty box because I've been messing with the figure for the last couple days. But we'll take a look at the box. You know, nice shot of the figure right here. SH Figuarts on the box. You know, side view. And these boxes are always nice. I try to keep them. I've moved a couple times, so I have to throw out all the boxes that I had. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this one. But some nice shots. Action shots. Nice poses. One with the Nezuko that I didn't pre-order. I might get it. Not sure yet. But that's about it for the box. And get a look into the figure right now. So actually, first we're going to take a look at the accessories that came with the figure because he came with quite a bit of stuff. First, we have the sheath for his blade. The hilt is removable, it's just a nub, you know. Can't risk damaging the paint on the blade itself. So we just got those. And then we have his original sword right here. Not bad. Nice paint detail. Pretty accurate if you ask me. I need to catch up with the anime, if I'm being completely honest. Then we have his upgraded sword with the guard piece from Rengoku's sword. For people who haven't watched it yet, I do not want to spoil any of it. All I'm saying is I need to catch up too. And not only do we have that, we have the hilt piece that would go into the sheath. Just gotta match up, same size, same shape, I guess. It's hard doing this through the phone. Boom, like that. And then there's a hole on the side right here to put into his belt. I'll show that in a little bit. So those are the sword accessories he comes with. He also comes with a bunch of hands. We got left and right sword holding hands. Oh, drop one. We got left and right relaxed kind of hands, you know, like waving hands, I guess. And then a pair of more expressive hands. You know, you're reaching out for somebody, running, something like that. And then in addition to the regular face, he comes with like determined, nice looking face. Eyes are fairly accurate. The scar on the head, earrings. Put a lot of attention into this. Really good figure, as always, from SH Figuarts, Tamashii Nations, you know, Bandai. They always put 100% into these figures. Well, most of the time, you know, when they're in the right factory. And we got an angry, gritting looking face. The detail in the brow. His earrings are a little flared out as compared to this one. We got a yelling face. All these are really, really good looking. Not bad so far. And then his happy face, you know, relaxed, smiling. Tanjiro, we all know and love right there. Happy-go-lucky. Yeah, that's about it for the accessories. We'll take a look at the figure right now. All right, right here we have the figure itself. Really, really fantastic looking piece right here. The detail the articulation, everything. You know, I've been messing with this for the last couple days. And I gotta say, I personally feel like they knocked this one out of the park. You know, everything, the sculpt, the paint. I feel like it's perfect. The little gradient or the ombre in his hair. Pretty stellar release from Tamashii Nations right here. We'll get into the articulation. Now, mine, I feel like the joints on it, fairly tight, especially the shoulders, like, you can hear that. So sometimes I get scared. I know it can go all the way around. I've done it before, but it gets real scary. Like, it's giving me some resistance right there. I need to get some shock oil. But if I go the other way around, it'll turn all the way around, you know. But yeah, so it can move out that high. Sorry, you probably can't even see that on the camera. About that high. Bring down that low. Single jointed elbow, but you can get it up pretty far. You know, the way they articulated this figure with this coat or kimono, I mean, it's not the greatest, but it functions and it looks nice fairly. So yeah, single jointed elbow, you got bicep turn. Well, that's turn at the shoulder. You also get bicep turn. Yeah, get them to turn separately. Yeah. You know, the shoulder, he's got a butterfly joint. God, sometimes I feel like I'm gonna break this thing. So yeah, so got a butterfly that goes out about that far, and then with the shoulder joint, he brings his arm in that much. So really good range of motion on the arms. And then obviously the same thing on the other side, you know, up that far. And this one, I feel like at the shoulders tighter than the other one. It gets kind of scary. I really need to get some shock oil for this thing. I just don't have any on me. So yeah. Then, you know, up and down at the wrist. If you turn it side to side, you know. And then this part in here turns as well. If you can see past my fat little fingers. That's a nice addition. And then he looks about down that far if you don't get the torso involved. About down that far, up that far. So a little lacking in that. Yeah, up and down. Got there we go. Yeah, up and down like that. Side to side, rotation, all the way around. Just messed up his collar. There we go. And then the legs. Kick out. Kick up about that far. Probably a little further if you twist it a little bit. Back that far. Not bad. Out completely if this jacket wasn't in the way. Almost completely. Almost complete splits right there. Thigh rotation. And it kind of looks like a single jointed knee. Kind of is, but it kind of isn't. You know, you got a single joint right there. But at the leg, I don't know if you noticed a second ago, it also comes in right there. So I guess you can call that a double jointed knee. Or jointed shin. But it brings his knee up about that far. Got ankle rocker hinge. Side to side. Not so much that far. Or to that side. It goes in. Doesn't go out very much. And you got toe articulation. You got up. Not down, but up. Get him into running poses. Oh, there goes his. I'm gonna have fun with that. Yeah, like get him into that Naruto run. Then at the torso, he's got a couple different cuts. One at the upper. So pretty much this is a floating piece between two ball joints, I think. But you get that much crunch with it and that much back. Because now you can see big old ball joint in the middle. But you can squish it back down. And then this sheath for the sword, it's on a little ball peg. Take it on and off. See? We got a little port for it right there. Pops back in. And then the jacket. See, what they did with the jacket's kind of what they did with the trunks. The new trunks. Is the back of it. It's kind of like, it's not as soft as the trunks figure, but it is cut into 3 different pieces right here. I think that's supposed to help with the butterfly joint articulation, but it doesn't really. They could have, honestly, on this figure, they could have gotten away with doing it one solid piece, at least for the back, and then the bottom part of the jacket is 3 separate pieces, so they can flare out. You can turn them to the side a little bit, you know, which I think is kind of smart. You know, if you're not going to do a soft goods, like a wired cape kind of looking thing. Like, I think the Buzz Mod one had soft goods for his kimono. But, yeah, they're all on little ball joint hinges in there. If you can see it, they plug into the back. It's not bad, you know. It's a good figure. It's fun to play with, pose around. Just definitely... I don't know if it's just mine, but I would probably recommend putting some shock oil on this thing. I got some because, you know, one of my next reviews, spoiler alert, I'm going to get the new Gohan figure, and I heard the hip joints on that are atrocious. Like, they're, like, yeah, you move it to the side and it'll break. So I got some shock oil on the way. So I will use that on this figure. But yeah, overall, a really good piece. Moves well, poses well. And we will get into some poses in a second. All right, so right here I have him kind of posed up, reaching for the sword, hand out, you know, angry face on, you know, someone's messing with Nezuko. Or messing with one of his friends, you know. Yeah, like, you can get, if you can finagle, it took me a little work, but if you can work the arm good enough, you get him some really good, like, grabbing poses, like, reaching for the sword. Let me take this out. See, my only gripe with these blades, they're really, like, flimsy. You know, have them with the blade out, kind of like that, straight across. Yeah, no, this is really fun to pose, you know. I get a lot of shots out of this, especially since I have a new, you know, box. Sorry, shook the box. But really, really fun guy to pose. I hope they do some villains from the show, you know, some demons. I know they're doing a couple more people. They have a Nezuko. Might get that to go with them. I don't know if they're doing Rengoku or wow, it's been a while since I watched the show. Kind of blanking on some names here. Now I feel like I feel like a scrub. But yeah, I feel like they should do more characters. You know, SH Figuarts knocking it out of the park with this one. Get his hand up. Like a kind of like a look what you made me do kind of pose. Excellent figure. I love this thing. And then I do have some comparisons with me on hand. I'm gonna get him next to another sword fighter if I can get his sword out. Everything's in a Ziploc now. Moved a couple times, so everything had to get packed up. But, and he fell. You know, this gives you a hint on who I got next to me right now. I do wish, I mean, this is a thicker sword anyway, you know, katanas are thin. But, do wish they could have done a little thicker. So, here he is next to Trunks. It's another figure. I have the original release. So, he is kind of floppy. The arm does pop off really easily. But I haven't had any serious issues with it. Like, I can get it posed around. Get some sick poses out of it. Mine actually stands up fairly well, even though the ankles are a little loose. There he is next to future Trunks. And then I also have, for some reason, Dragon Stars Superhero Goku. I don't know if he's more of an American 6-inch scale figure, so I don't know if he fits in with the SH Figuarts. I just didn't feel like running to grab my other Goku. And then we got the Dragon Ball Evolve Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. Who is extremely small compared to these guys. And then because I have it, let me move these guys over. Shit. Keep punching the box. Goku off to the side. A fair warning. My version of this figure, his arm would not stay in place. So I probably threw it out when we moved houses. So I have a armless Ultimate Legends Tanjiro. So that is fun. Yeah, I mean, this figure, I'm not gonna lie, it moves about the same as the other one. Except you can't get his arm in nearly as much. But, and then this one only bends at about a 90-degree angle. Can't get as much bend in as the other one. But the head looks up and down about as much. You know, also comes with a cool sword that my cat bit, as you can tell. And then his guard hilt sheath permanently attached to the side. They kind of had the same idea going. See, I feel like they could have got away with a upper jacket piece like this. I can understand splitting this off into two. You know, you can get it in some nice dynamic poses, but having the jacket 3 pieces like the Trunks figure, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't really move anyway. It doesn't help. It doesn't hinder anything, so I'm not mad about it, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, moves about, I mean, single jointed knee doesn't move as good as the other one. But I mean, you get what you pay for like an $11 figure. I just brought it out to compare. The greens aren't nearly as close. I mean, my Tanjiro was only, I think, $35 from Entertainment Earth. I had a coupon. After shipping, came out to like $42.70-ish, shipped to California. So, I mean, he's an affordable figure, but if 35 is too much or you're buying for a kid, it's definitely, if you don't have the issues mine has, you know, missing an arm, I mean, definitely get it for your kid. But yeah, that's about it for the comparisons. Posing it up. Really solid figure. And get Trunks back in next to him. I don't know. I just really love that Trunks figure. I don't know if I want to get the reissue, but because I don't have any issues with mine. But anyway, thanks for watching. Final thoughts. I would 100% recommend this figure. It's priced at an entry level, so I mean, like your typical Goku figure would probably be $35. I know a lot of the re-release ones are going to be $35 too. You know, Luffy, I think a couple, I know the first Luffy they came out with the updated articulation, that one was $35 retail. Yeah, like he's priced at your regular, you know, main character kind of price. Nezuko, I think Nezuko is like $75. So if you want, I guess, more obscure characters, you're going to have to shell out money. But for $35, all the accessories you get, the poses you can put them into, 100% worth it. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry for the 3-year wait, and I hope the video was worth it. Catch y'all next time.